Yes. If you are a visionary and you know that 2020 is your year, I am so happy that you are coming into this sacred space because it's going to be an incredibly powerful afternoon here with one of my favorite people on the planet. Alex J. Moscow, welcome everyone. This is Akashic Answers with Emily. If this is the first time you are tuning in, I want to make sure that you let us know. We love the newbies. And if you are one of our loyal returning audience members, please make everyone feel welcome who's in the space. Reach out, say hello to somebody that is new here. And if Alex J. Moscow is new to you, let me know that as well, because this is someone who has truly changed my life. I'm so excited to have you here, to have you in my house today, because you've had such a profound influence on the incredible growth that's happened very, very quickly in my life. So if you are ready for fast growth, you're ready to quantum fast track your mission, you are ready for the visionary container that can hold the space for you, you are ready for the formulas, the structures, and the support to get where you need to go, you are in the right place. Please say hello to my dear friend, my personal mentor, and planetary logos. Are you familiar with that term, Alex?
I'm not familiar with that term.
Awesome. I'm going to share with you what a planetary logos is after
Amazing.
you say hello to my audience. I'm going to share out while you're saying hello to everybody.
Yeah. Hey, what's going on, everyone? I'm excited to be here, and such an honor to have to be featured on your show, Emily. I know that we have a relationship, and I'm super excited to dive in and to share with your audience some different things that have worked for you, for me, and what's really been impactful to really get, if you have a mission, if you have a message to share inside that can really help other people, of how do you really package it in a way that's really effective to where the ideal person you can help can really hear it, and what some of the most powerful ways that you can deliver that message to create the most transformation on the planet. So excited to dive in.
Yes. All right. A planetary logos. My friend, this is an avatar who changes the consciousness level of the planet. That is you. You gave us a nice little, wrapped up in a pretty little present there of what you do, but you know, I go full woo-woo, and you're in full woo-woo land today. So yeah, in addition to making that way very easy for entrepreneurs, for thought leaders, for spiritual entrepreneurs, especially who want to make their vision and their message heard in the world, you are also changing the vibration level of an entire planet, my friend, because you understand that entrepreneurs, storytellers, we change the world. And there's so much more heart and soul in you than I have found in any other coach that I have worked with. So what do you do to make yourself so powerful on the higher realms of consciousness?
Yeah, so I just wanted to share, first of all, that I am honored to be in Woo Woo Land. I live there, and I believe why I'm so effective in this 3D reality is because I've been able to actually integrate the higher realms into this 3D reality to create results in this human body of why we're here. So I've had, I know for those who don't know my story, for most of my life, I've had a challenge with a stutter. And that brought me onto a path of personal transformation, spent hundreds of thousands of dollars, flown all over the world to study with the best different mentors, because clinical speech therapy didn't really work for me. And so I've been into spirituality, personal growth for the past like 12, 13 years or so. And so I believe that our connection to source and our ability to transmit that in a way to where other humans can understand it in a powerful way, that's a key component to being effective. If you have a message, you have a gift to share with the world, and you also want to make an impact with it, and also get paid for it, which is a really important component to a lot of I love the spiritual communities. I've been in them for almost a dozen years now, and the big challenge that I see though is that there are really, really powerful spiritual entrepreneurs who may have gifts, healers, who can literally heal the planet, yet their abundance consciousness, their consciousness in the 3D around money specifically, isn't dialed in. Therefore, they don't have the resources to be able to get their message out, so it's amplified in a way to make the difference that they actually could make. And so I believe that a big part of why I'm here in this form, in this body, with my current challenges, is to be able to merge those two, to be able to merge those who have really powerful, potent spiritual gifts that are highly connected to source into other realms that have been transmitted down to them, and to connect it with the 3D reality of, yes, making money and having the financial abundance to, one, grow a team so that they're supported. And they can also leverage technology like we're leveraging right now to be able to amplify their message to really make the difference that they're here to make.
Hey, if you are a spiritual visionary out there right now and you have a vision and you want to be acknowledged here in this container, I want you to say yes right now. I want you to take this moment to identify yourself. Let yourself be seen. By the way, you get telepathy points because I asked you in my head, what's the biggest challenge that you see with the spiritual community? And you answered it. So you definitely get telepathy points. And I have experienced that. My experience with financial abundance has, I call it the accordion effect. Because as you know, like I had a history in Hollywood before I did this. And when I did get roles in Hollywood, I made a shitload of money. And then I would have periods where I didn't get a role for 8 months. And so there was a lot of feast or famine. That's been my personal blueprint with my own finances and abundance as a light worker. How many of you guys out there will go ahead and just own up to your own lack as well? It presents itself in different ways. Like I said, mine was accordion. I knew that I could break through and make money, but I could never hold that frequency. My lack would always come back up in feeling like I was worthy of the next one, the next job. And man, if you haven't created a powerful container for me to move past that, I have not experienced the kind of abundance that I'm experiencing now since Hollywood. I got to my tipping point in Hollywood, and the amount of success that I had created for myself also created too much chaos, too much emotional chaos, too much mental chaos, and my soul was collapsing underneath that. So I put a limit on how much I was going to allow myself to make, and that followed me along from Hollywood into the spiritual realm until I found the right support, the right vision, the right formulas to help move me through that. And one of the things that I love that your boy David Mailer says is that one of the biggest lies your ego will tell you is that you can do it alone. And I've always been a self-studier, a self-learner. I do really well in that environment. I do damn well when I put myself in the frequency of someone who can teach me how to do it. And that's exactly what you've done.
Well, let me just reiterate though, you got your results because of you doing the work. And I think that that's something that like is a really important point to highlight, especially if you're watching this and if you're a coach or a consultant, or if you're supporting someone with something, whether it's in business or in health, relationships, intimacy, whatever it is, that like, because I could meet you, Emily, at the gym every morning, 6 a.m., meet you at the gym. I can't make you lift the weights. So you've gotten your results, and your financial abundance has exploded because of you doing the work. Like it's not just one thing to be on trainings like this, or to go through like my online courses, or to come to Costa Rica where we had a really good time. You were like there working your ass off, taking all of the codes you download from the higher realms and to really translate it into 3D to create a different result for yourself in your life. So I want to acknowledge you for that, and also just also reiterate that, because it's something that I see in the spiritual community as well, that which again I love, they're in my heart, and I believe that a lot of spiritual entrepreneurs miss the point of taking action, or they miss the point of it has to feel good. If it doesn't feel good, then I'm not going to do it. Where I would challenge that with, hey, like if your way of doing things that feel good has not produced the result that you want in your business and for your mission, then I would really invite you to take a look at that. Because if we knew how to get to where we were going, if we had what we wanted, we would be doing the things to actually get us there. But if our life, our results, what's beautiful about it is it's like a giant mirror that we get to take a look at. We get to take a look at that mirror. And also one of the most powerful lessons that I've gotten, painful ways, but also really beautiful ways, is that our life is a mirror for our results, and they are just results. It's just feedback. Like, can you look at the results of your life and just take it as honest feedback for yourself. Don't make it right or wrong, or, oh my goodness, I'm still here. I should be further along. How could this happen again? Oh my God. Like, how many times are we stuck in that story? Rather than just looking at, oh, this is showing up again. This is feedback. Okay, what can I do? Acknowledge it, yes. Face it and feel it, yes. Don't avoid, don't spiritual bypass. Don't go sit on a meditation cushion thinking that it's going to go away. Face it, feel it, and also look at what can you do to actually make that shift. So I just wanted to add that too, because it's so important to ground the teaching and to not go to, yes, so we have so many spiritual tools. I'm sure that people in your audience, and we have all of the tools, but are we using the tools to go through the challenge to get a result, or are we just using the tool to create significance, or we're sitting on a meditation pillow or some other type of process?
I want to let you guys know, one of the biggest things that you can do to take action right now is reach out to Alex's team, say, yes, I want to know more, indicate something on this call, take a step forward, because there is a really powerful event coming up that I'm going to have Alex tell you about. But before I get into the specifics of that, I have to honor the community and the container that you've created. So I have results that are like the lady on the cover of the Slim Fast jar, where you have these amazing results, except I'm going to say this is not results, not typical. This is typical results within your community. People who show up and who are ready to dive in. You have success stories. You have wins. We are celebrating wins because I'm a part of the family now. I'm a new part of the family, but I'm part of the family. Coming in, there are so many success stories, so many entrepreneurs breaking through their own barriers, working with you. It is a glorious and sacred space to be. So when you're taking the step forward that I'm inviting you to take right now, not only are you going to get an incredible event that Alex is going to tell you about, but you are going to be welcomed into a family that is going to hold you up and show you how it's done. It's such a fun place to be. All right. Right?
Yeah. Can I speak to that real quick?
Of course.
It's something that you tied in before of, I believe, high achievers, in my experience, especially spiritual high achievers.
Yes.
We love what I call lone wolf syndrome. And I speak to this because I used to be the master at being a lone wolf, needing to prove that I can do it on my own, putting the whole weight of the world on my shoulders to carry it. And I believe it's one of the biggest, like that core wound. We'll go back to core wounding, because I believe that's a terminology that your audience probably use, right? That core wounding usually comes from, there's a few of them. There's one that, the core wounding of I'm not good enough to receive support. So there's a big piece around receiving, like needing me getting out of my own way and actually receiving help. So I could pay different coaches, different mentors. I'd invest in programs, but to invest in a team to build my mission of why I'm here on the planet, to get support. Whew, that was a huge edge. Huge edge to pay someone to build my mission. That level of receiving, because everyone has their own ceiling, right? Like I have my own ceiling, like I'm no different. What I've just learned that our relationship to resistance is one of the most powerful relationships that we can develop. Because it doesn't go away. If you want to live a life of growth, if you want to live a life of impact, if you want to continuously grow and contribute and give back, you are committing to a life of breakdown. Sorry to share it with you, but that's the way the growth works. Growth and breakdown go hand in hand. Because when we create a new paradigm for ourselves, whether it's in our health, relationship, our business, whatever it is, and everything, one of my mentors, Mary Morrissey, everything that is not in that vibrational frequency of that new decision will fall away. It will crumble. It will break down. And so I don't think it's how do we avoid the breakdown. It's how do we acknowledge it, and how do we move from breakdown to breakthrough as fast as possible. And one of the best ways to do that is to surround yourself with an amazing group of people, which you're referring to in my community, which thank you so much. And in my community is one of the things I'm most proud of.
Yes.
And that's like outside of, having a challenge with a stutter and like, building a speaking company, like the people in it, like you're an incredible human. Like I'm so excited to be on this live with you. And like we just have an amazing group of, conscious, impact driven entrepreneurs, like, yes, conscious in their heart, connected to spirit, and connected to getting their clients results, connected to making money, connected to knowing that money is a resource to build their mission, to make a bigger difference on the planet, to be able to fund and to fuel all these different causes that need help on the planet. But it comes down to one, help yourself. Like I'm a big component of fill your cup up first, because the more that you can fill your cup up and you're giving from a cup of abundance, that's what's actually going to create change. Like how more powerful is your gifts when you're giving from a cup of abundance versus a cup that's half empty, or it's like there's barely anything in it, but we just want to give, right? So
100%.
with a community of people who are also have the results that you want, are living the life that you want in all areas. That is one of the most powerful, is to create sustainable growth for yourself too. So I just want to add that little piece in there.
I love it. I'm really, really loving being a part of this space, and I can't say enough about it, which is why I have you here, and I'm so excited to invite everyone to this amazing event that you have, Small Events, Big Profits. Please tell everybody more about what they can expect to experience here. And guys, if you have questions that you want to ask Alex, please go ahead and throw them up there, and I will try to facilitate those as I see them come in.
Cool. Yeah, so I have an event coming up next month in February. It's called Small Events, Big Profit. So it's how to run highly impactful events, workshops, retreats with less than 30 people and walk away with 6 figures in 3 days. So it's really how to run, it's our full training on how to run really impactful events and to make them really powerful, impactful, transformation for your clients, but also really profitable from a business perspective as well, so that you can feel your mission, you feel your lifestyle, and create more impact in the world as well.
You said walk away with 6 figures in 3 days? Yes?
3 days.
If anybody is interested in walking away with 6 figures in 3 days from an event that Alex teaches you how to do, please raise your hand. Give us the hands up emoji in there, okay? Identify yourself. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, so it's everything from like, because there's so many questions on, okay, like how do I do the event? You know, how do I plan it? So we go everything from, you know, how do you plan it? Like, what do you look for when you look for a venue? You know, do you feed them? Do you not feed them? When does it make sense? You know, to like, how do you structure the event? You know, to really facilitate it to where like it's really impactful, from your content to experiences to, you know, really inviting people into also working with you at a deeper level. That's a big component to it too, to make it really profitable. So, you know, how to fill your rooms with your perfect fit clients for whatever you're helping them with, whether it's spiritual connection or it's healing or it's health or whatever it is. So we really go in deep to how do you craft your messaging to really attract that person in, but also at the event itself, how do you run it? What type of people need in place? We go through the whole A to Z process of how to run events that are really impactful and profitable too.
Now you're known for being really good at math, right?
Well,
okay.
I'm half Asian, so it's about like half the time, I'd say. Yeah.
When you stand to gain this kind of profit, the investment that Alex is about to share with you is absolutely minimal. And I think my audience might even get a special deal. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's
correct.
I'm gonna post this link in for you guys right now. And I'm so excited for you all to dive in, because like I said, it's seriously, the cost of inaction here is huge. When you have the opportunity to dive in and make this kind of impact, not only in your world, but in the shift of the planet, which you all know that you are here to do. You all know that it's your time to step up. You would not still be here watching on this call if you did not have a reason to be here hearing this land in your field. Okay, so I want to invite every single one of you, make sure you click that link. Alex, when people get scared, what do you do for them?
Yeah, I think it's, and just to be clear, like the event, it's not for like everybody. It's for those of you who are committed to your leadership. Like, I think that's a big component. Like that makes all of this work, right? Like, you know, we said, hey, like you come, you'll make 6 figures in 3 days. Is it that easy? No, it takes work. So to be clear, like it takes work to get there, and it takes leadership. It takes you being willing to look at your own belief system around money, around value, of what do you see as possible for yourself, right? Because that story is what's been running your life. And so this is the opportunity. If you're open and if you're willing and if you're committed to a breakthrough, then it's an opportunity. And if you're not, that's fine. So I just want to be clear of who it's for, because coming to the event is not just going to change everything. You still have to obviously take action after it. And it's also an opportunity for you to really look at and get really honest with yourself in a room of other amazing coaches, experts, business owners, so that they can really start to look at, okay, what is it the thing that's really holding me back? And because we need to clear all that stuff out first. And then that, because if that's not clear, the actual plan and path that will give you to create six figures in a weekend is not going to work. And like, I've just, I've been doing this for 10 years and I'm really clear of who we can really help and really clear of who we can't help. And it has to be something like your leadership, your willingness to lead yourself has to be a key component first, because it does take work. This is not a magic bullet. This is a framework that you can follow. It's a blueprint, A to Z. We have, a bunch of different case studies. You can click the link below, check out the page, check out all the stories of people aren't just doing six figures in a weekend, but they're doing, David, who you just referred to, he did $323,000 from 15 people in a room. Katerina Satori did $130,000 with 5 people at her first retreat ever. Kiara put 11 women into a retreat, did $90,000 from that, her first retreat ever, never spoken on stage before. Like, these are all stories that are amazing, and it's because they were committed to their leadership. They were committed to growth. They were committed to being uncomfortable and breaking through. So, and they're committed to doing the work. And again, I can meet them at the gym, but I couldn't make them lift those weights. Like, those aren't my results. Those are their results. Mm-hmm. So to be clear, your results will vary, and it's up to you, as it always is. Like, this can just be another live, another training that you hear about, or you can, if you're really serious about 2020 being your breakthrough year, to where you do start to add events and retreats. And to be clear, do all of our clients do six figures in a weekend? No, but some do 50, some do 60, some do $70,000 at their retreats too. So that's what the outcome is. And again, your results will be whatever your results are going to be based upon what your actions are. So I just wanted to clarify that Emily, because it takes work, and I don't want to set anyone up for a false expectation, because it does take. It's not just you'll come to this event and then your cash register will ring while you go to the beach and you sip Coronas, or in this you sip green juice or bulletproof coffee on the beach in Tulum.
I hear you. And I like I said, I see the names of the people who are here right now, and I know you guys. Alex might not know what kind of a work ethic you have yet. I know that there are so many of you light workers and healers out there who, yes, you struggle with your abundance, but one of your biggest problems is that you don't have the formula, the structure, the container to work in properly yet. And I believe that one of the reasons is because we are pioneers. We are creating new jobs. You can't go to school for this kind of information. But those of you who are truly seeking it and are truly ready, this is a container where you will be able to experience your results. You might have stuff in the way, though. That's what happens to us. Perfect time to move into some Akashic record readings. You guys want to do some readings? Let's really focus on getting stuff out of your way today. What do you say?
Yeah, let me just, it looks like the actual link's not live. So if you just on Facebook, if you just shoot me a private message, and then I'll make sure that my team gets it to you. I'm sure Emily will drop it in too. But if you're interested and if you want to just have a conversation too, hey, is this a fit for me? Is it not? Just shoot me a private message. For Emily's community, I'm totally happy to make myself available. Ask any questions. I'll 100% tell you if yes, this would be a fit. Let's do it, or I'll tell you not. Like, hey, maybe it's not the right time or whatever it is. So shoot me a private message. Emily will also drop the link in later, I'm sure, as well.
I will. When you said the link isn't live, did I put the wrong link in?
I just see a comment that says link's not live.
All right, we'll definitely get on that. So for those of you who thank you for clicking. That's what we love, that you're taking action and that you're clicking. All right, so I'm going to invite you guys to begin typing in your shares, the areas where you want to expand. Where do you have places where you have found your threshold that you're ready to move those out of the way today? I am going to tune into the records here of the collective, really asking Spirit to bring my attention to right where we need to work today, and honoring that the comment that Spirit really directs my attention to will serve everyone here. I also want to just share with you, if you feel that this message resonates for you, even though you are not the specific person whose question that I'm answering, I want you to know that this message is for you. Okay, this is your guides speaking to you. And also within the frequency of this message, there is a transmission. There is the ability for you to feel this message deeply within your body, allowing you to embody it, meaning it allows your physical body to hold the shift that aha moment, when you're on the other side of that aha moment and you want to stay in that space, your physiology has to learn to vibrate and hold that higher frequency of energy. So I want you to know that we're adding that intention in, that it's here for you guys today. All right, I'm going to dive in and grab some questions. All right, Amber, I love that you are diving in and participating. You said, do you have any messages or questions from your higher self? Yeah, I'm going to tune in for you. And the next people who are going to invite inquiry from the records, I'm going to invite you to get very specific. All right, your transformation in the records can be more specific with you when you step up and ask just what it is that where you want to dive in. Okay, Amber. Amber, they're bringing my attention immediately to the internal organs for you in the lower belly. And instantly I'm getting information from Taoist philosophy that talks about how we store imprint, we store memory within our organs. So the belly is where you're storing a lot of worry. So everybody, I just want you to take a moment and just tap gently on the belly in the way of your digestion. I believe that's clockwise in our bodies. Taking a nice deep breath in. And just as you're tapping, Amber, I want you to set the intention, call up space for you to see what is unseen, what's not being fully digested and causing the anxiety in your world, and just holding space. That you've done so much work on your self-love, Amber, that this is going to come up very beautifully and you're going to be able to witness it and release it very, very easily. All right, let's move on. We've got a read me. Can I get a direction for the next few months? Francoise, tune in and bring in some direction for you. Yeah, straight inward. Like not even, I see Shell Baby out there. Michelle E. Crowder is my cousin from back in small town, Missouri. Michelle, meet one of my awesome mentors, Alex. Alex, meet my friend, my cousin, Michelle.
Hey, cousin Michelle.
Yeah. All right, Francoise. Directly inward, friend. Any inclination that you have to turn to an outside source for counsel right now, be willing to receive that information from a very neutral perspective and go inward and check inward with your own internal wisdom. Francoise, I just want to call forward an activation for you and anyone who feels like their inner guru is ready to be fully self-expressed in their life. Just calling forward that activation for you right now. What Spirit's doing is connecting the heart chakra and the ascended heart chakra right now. It's the area of the energy body that we're working on. Good job. Anybody want to own up to their abundance issues right now and get those cleared out of the way? All right, let's see. Scroll through here. Janelle Cameron says, I would love clarification on where I need to focus with moving forward with my year. So much coming in. Yes, Janelle, and this is for you and for everybody else who is feeling the energy of overwhelm. One, we have forgotten how powerful it is to sometimes take away, to subtract from our lives, keeping things very, very simple. So Janelle, you're being invited to see where you can subtract, where you can take away. And you're also being invited to feel into where you're really curious and passionate, because there are some things that seem like the right things to do, and there are some things that seem, they have certain story around it. But your heart will really tell you. You want to follow that curious passion. Let the little girl in you lead the way. Okay? It's great for everyone. Let your inner child lead you exactly where you need to be. All right. I don't want to keep Alex too long. He's got stuff to go do, everybody. So we're going to wrap up for today. I do want to share with you just one quick exercise. I promised that we would all do this together. I want you to close your eyes and gently looking up underneath your eyes, feel the eyes begin to jump. As your eyes are jumping here underneath your eyelids, this is activating theta brainwaves. So what you're doing is you're mimicking REM sleep, rapid eye movement. And when you are in that dream state, you're using theta brainwaves. And theta brainwaves do not recognize limitation. So whatever your vision is, however you see yourself in 2020, just take time to use this spiritual technology, this tool. It's a cool trick your body can do, sending powerful frequency out. And we're amplifying it because we're all doing it here together. Good work. You can relax the eyes. Take a breath. Come on back. Alex Dave Moscow, thank you for being here with me. All right, I'm gonna ask you a question that I actually learned from you. What's the biggest insight you got from today?
I would say one of the last transmissions that you gave in regards to the inner child, like it's so important. Like I was at Arrhythmia last year, and one of the exercises that they do. If you don't know what Arrhythmia is, I'd argue it's the best retreat center in the world. They facilitate plant medicine, all sorts of stuff. And their exercise was to take a child picture and to actually put it on your phone. So that's me. That's actually a naked picture of me. I don't know if this is allowed on your show, but
yeah, yes, absolutely.
And it just goes to show as like a friendly reminder, just don't take life so seriously. Like bring the inner child along. A lot of that wisdom and play of like of presence, and of processing emotions. Like children can go from like the most amazing ecstasy, abundant laughter to like crying instantly. And then after it's gone, then it's gone. They can go right back into like ecstasy and bliss. And throughout our lives, oftentimes I'll speak for myself that I've been oftentimes conditioned to act a certain way, based upon to get love or to get significance or whatever that would be. And so just the friendly reminder again of your transmission of bring the inner child along too. Like what is the inner child actually like saying? How long have you been ignoring the voice for? And what would be possible on the other side if you were to actually listen to that part of yourself again? So that's what the biggest insight I got was.
Awesome. I'm so happy to have you here today. Thank you again for coming into my house, my community, sharing with these amazing people. And if you have been touched by what you heard today, take a moment, share out this video before we hang up, because this message is designed to reach someone in your ripple, someone in your world. Otherwise, you wouldn't still be here at the end and hearing my call to share it out. We are looking forward to connecting with you at Small Events, Big Profits in February. Have a beautiful rest of your day, everybody. Reach out for us if you need extra support in your business, in your life, in anything going on. There is support here for you, and you can find it right here at the Akashic Academy.